Hello Aries, it's Marina from the Butterfly Effect. This is your Lenormand reading for November 2020 with a number of clarifiers. I am going to clarify a few wee bits as I go along, because what I'm going to do is clear out your past history, so to speak, albeit I will touch on it now. This is you coming up in the reading here, so everything behind you is your history and everything in front of you is the future, particularly the line that you come across on. So we're firstly going to look at the man you're connected with. Now, I'm reading for an Aries female, specifically intention, so this could be a romantic partner, it could be a father, could be a boss. You'll know your situation and who's most prominent in your mind when you listen to this reading. It is general, but do keep an open mind. It might not be who you think it is. So we had communication coming through here with the rider being under the house of the child. So this is either news about a child or news about a new beginning in the past here. It could be from an older man with the lilies here, or it could be in connection with your career. With the lilies can sometimes mean your career. This man, this communication is blocked now. This new beginning, this new start, it has come to an end with the coffin card here being on the house of the child itself, and he's come through with the letter and the owls here, both cards of communication, again having come to an end. Now, his energy is the parrot spirit and the archetype of the victim. So either this is someone who has been a victim of gossip, or has been gossiping about you, or connected with someone who has been gossiping about you, because he is knighting the house of the snake here, which is a card of betrayal, backstabbing, infidelity. This may have been a friend who was very much a frenemy because the house of the snake has got the anchor on it. So this is heavy, or someone you've been connected to through work. It can sometimes be the other woman as well, and I think that is a distinct possibility, that there's been someone else involved here, and that someone else may be why the communication with this person has come to an end with this friend. There has been deception here, there has been manipulation, and secrets are something that you are maybe trying to get to the bottom of. What's sort of hidden is that there's been a lot of conflict. Either you're involved in it or you don't know exactly what the conflict has been about. There's been competition, there's been infighting, but as to your involvement, I'm not entirely sure, Aries female. So this is very much all in your past. You're looking back on this incident, if you like, this ex-friend, and it has been, when you've been isolated from this person, this has been really, really troubling, either for you or for them or for both. It's almost like there's so much doubt, so much confusion about this man. He's come through as being on the house of the cross. So this is someone who is carrying a great deal, but it's also something that's been a burden for you. It's also almost been like a real crisis, like a real mental mess, really. I don't think you're really able to get clear on the situation as to what's gone down with this person. There may be something that will become public, with the garden card here being on the lily, mirroring the lily, which is representing this man. So any sort of, deception that's been going on, anything that has been, why am I getting ill-gotten gains? I don't know. Ill-gotten gains? I don't know. Whatever has been hidden from you is likely to be revealed about this man. Whether it changes things, I don't know. But what I'm going to do to give myself a little bit of room is just clear this area, because it is all in the past, and it just makes the reading a little bit more tidy, because we're not in the past anymore. As I say, this is someone who could have been spreading rumours about you with the parrot spirit, or they've been listening to people who've had something to say about your situation or about you personally, and it's almost like someone's just been a victim of some sort of gossip. Yeah, okay. So directly above you here, we have got the stars and the house. So this is really what's on your mind. Now, the house has come up on the house of the tree. The tree is connected with health and family. So this might be a family member that's been very much on your mind. But I actually sort of feel like there's some sort of radical change here that you're considering in terms of your occupation with the anchor. And as I say, the anchor came through on the house of this snake. And the radical change would be that something is getting cut out here. And if there has been a third party involved, then that is likely what is being removed. But in terms of your profession or occupation, I'm actually seeing that you're considering a major break here. Entirely different from anything that you've probably done before. And I do see a real breakthrough here, especially where you know, money and investments are involved, because I've got the key card on the house of fish, which is money generally, and on occupation, mirroring the anchor. So that there is some sort of radical change, because this is your trajectory that you're going towards. So I think your focus is actually mainly on your occupation, your profession, and your finances. And I see quite big changes coming in here for you, Aries, in that respect. As I say, it can be caring professions, you know, hospitals, hospices, home help, any sort of maybe healing modality that you can think of to put in that frame. And it may be something that you feel that you're sort of destined to follow, or it's just a hope or a wish. But what you're also getting very clear on here, which the star card can show, is that this is in the house of the fox. So any sort of tricky energy that's been going on, you're getting really clear on. But it can also suggest that you are choosing to go down a self-employed route, because the fox can represent the job and specifically self-employment. So that is the main part that's coming through, is that you're thinking of making radical changes in terms of your employment. But you seem to have lost a lot of faith here in, you know, the plan, you know. It's just like you're not really trusting the world, because you've come through as my koala spirit in reverse, which is spirit has a plan. So whatever the plan has been, you're thinking it's a pile of nonsense and it's not really working out for you. I see you as coming through as someone who's, you know, removed themselves. This is finding a safe spot to sit out any sort of, you know, any sort of uncomfortable interactions, disappointments. Yeah, there's a real loss of faith here. There's a loss of faith, and maybe it's just this one person, maybe it's a number of people. I think you've just been disappointed and you're now sort of removed yourself. You've almost sort of boxed yourself in a little bit though. I think you feel you've been unfairly treated. You've also got the archetype of the advocate. This is maybe you're dealing with a lawyer. Maybe you're having to go to court. Maybe, you know, there's defamation of character with the parrot spirit here. And that's maybe what's coming to light. It feels like a big shake-up, because I've also got on this line, this clarity that's coming through, and this sudden change in direction. It does, yeah, because I've got the thief on the house of the clover. It doesn't mean that something monetary needs to have been specifically stolen from you, but it's what's been stolen or removed. It seems to be your upbeat, easygoing, light-hearted nature. It just, everything feels heavy. It's just heavy. I think people have just continually, Aries, disappointed you and let you down to the point you just don't want to deal with any of them. And it's sort of, it's put a weight on you with this thief card here. The block with the mountain here has come up in the house of the bookie. So there might be an invitation coming through here. for some, you know, pleasure. Maybe that someone's just asking you out. It's coming through from a mature man. It's on the same line as the man that I've removed from your spread, so that might be something that's coming back around again. And the bookie is a really lovely. It's just here in your future. It is about a gift. It can be an offering. It can be, as I say, an invitation. It's about happiness and self-care and looking after oneself. And there's a big change here coming up. It may even be a change of location. But there's some sort of happy ending here, because the sun is on the house of the coffin, which is about endings. If it's not a happy ending, I don't see it as necessarily happy. There is relief. There's relief from whatever has been weighing down your maybe more upbeat, positive nature, and the relief is coming through in terms of the lovers. So it's with regards to a relationship, a romantic connection, there's some sort of relief, or it may indeed be a happy ending. Now, as I say, I did think that there might be a third party here, because directly in front of you is the heart. And the heart is on the house of the heart. This is literally the key of the reading, along with the birds on the house of the birds, this communication, this gossip. These are the two key points of the reading. And this has come through with the privileged lady. And then I clarified the tree card, which is about, you know, your health, your family, something that's growing and long-standing, and that is on the house of the ring. So this is like a commitment, a vow, a promise, a contract. I think that's your energy, Aries, with my mature woman here. I would normally see that as the mother, the grandmother, the aunt, but you've come through on the house of the bear, which is the mother. And you were knighting it as well. So this is your energy, specifically confirmed with the Hermit. And the Hermit is really what's coming through with the koala spirit in reverse here. Someone who has retreated, really just keeping yourself to yourself, especially with your book card below you. This is maybe being secretive, but really just not opening up to people around you, because there's just such a, I really feel it's just constant disappointment. People just continually let you down and you're just not dealing anymore. This privileged lady doesn't feel like you. So it could be a third party if this is a romantic reading for you. She can often come through as the other woman. Certainly she was on the same line as the snake. But it's also someone maybe younger than you. It can be a sister or a cousin. And if it is a third party, this is something that's being cut loose here. 4 of Pentacles in reverse, the 3 of Cups in reverse. This is release. There's something being released here. And what's being released is this privileged lady. And I don't think that's you. I think you're the mature woman who's had this weight on you, who's had some sort of joy thief around you. And it may well be with regards to both your romantic situation and your actual profession, but there has been a weight here, and the weight has been with regards to this snake, this third party, this betrayal, if it is a betrayal. So you're keeping yourself to yourself. You've retreated. You're looking for hope in a situation. But it's very singular. It's very singular. And as I say, I think your focus here on now is on your own health, your own well-being. But also I see that connected with some sort of profession. Now, worryingly, you're coming through, there's some sort of loss here. We're knighting the bear, but you're on the house of the mice. The mice can just be that you're worrying, but I'm actually getting it in the main that there is distrust in the vast majority of people, or someone in particular. And the distrust came through knighting this thief. So something might actually, someone may attempt to scam you here, particularly with regards to investment. So that's something to be wary of if someone comes up with a brilliant idea that you should invest in, and yeah, you don't because you're coming up on the house of the mice. And I mean, this can be that you are feeling particularly fatigued in general. You may have a little bit of an infection this month. It doesn't seem major with the heart around you and the stars above you. And certainly having the bouquet here is incredibly positive. As I say, I sort of seen that as related to someone else. But we do have the whip here. And this can be a challenging time, maybe even for your health or for your finances. And yet the outcome seems really positive. So this could relate to someone else. This is what's coming to light here, is that there has been some sort of loss. It is maybe with regards to, again, I'm getting this nursing thing coming through here because it's on the house of the stork. So it can be so many things. Let me just take a card because I have got some space now. Show me the mice on the house of the stork for Aries. Mice on the house of the stork. Four of Wands. I actually do see for some of you there could be a house move on the cards here. I don't know if that's something that you're, I mean, you might be moving to be closer to your job. You might be moving abroad. With the Mountain card can suggest abroad, and maybe that's what that invitation is going to be. If it is that, it's coming through from a friend with the rider here. So this is the news, a visitor, something in the mail, and it would be from a friend or a co-worker. But the news might be that this is not you personally, but that someone else is moving home. Someone has maybe felt trapped in a sort of punishing situation, a punishing contract, maybe even another marriage with the Four of Wands here. What's imprisonment? Imprisonment on the whip. Yeah, I mean, someone has felt trapped, but they are freeing themselves here. I think this is the person you're connected with again, Aries, because he's actually the mature man who would be your match, and they are the ones who are coming through on the house of the mountains. So someone who is maybe at a distance from you, maybe lives abroad, maybe is in another relationship, is felt trapped and bound by it. If it's not a relationship, it is some sort of contract that they have been bound to, something that they're concerned about making a decision as to where to go with regards to their career. But there's a feeling of freedom here. And the letter, house of the letter, so this it's a financial contract. Whatever this is that may be coming up for you, or may be connected with the man that you've been dealing with here, this is something that's completely destabilized someone's life. It's almost like it's a loss of movement, you know, not being able to move. Obviously that can apply to so many people just now, but they've maybe wanted to relocate or, you know, move abroad, and they've been trapped. But that's coming to an end with the Death card here. And this is like a complete transformation, because the outcome is really positive, Aries. What is the concern on the house of the past? Yeah, again, it's like somebody's having to release something here, something really toxic, something they're bound to. It could actually be an addiction. If it is, it's likely to be some sort of gambling addiction. It's the Devil. Moon in reverse. So there's the secrets are coming out here. I think somebody might have very much taken a wrong turn in the past here and got themselves embroiled and trapped in a really heavy situation. This feels like someone has had some sort of possible emotional or even mental breakdown that they have been struggling with. They may have had an addiction to someone else that's pretty toxic, to say the least, and that's what's been cut out. That if something's not being taken from you, then it's been taken from them. But the outcome, it is on the House of the Cross, which is all about our life lessons and trials, and weight is very much softened by the moon and great fortune, which is the best card in the Kipper deck. The moon is, this can be that you've been, you know, the weight is coming in your dream space, but it's more to do, I really think this is emotional baggage, emotional weight. And I'm getting that there is relief here. There is relief. What's the great fortune? Yeah, again, relief. 5 of Cups in reverse. So coming out of a place of feeling abandoned, feeling loss, feeling pain, recovery, forgiveness, hope returning, getting clear on a situation, no longer confused. There's some sort of, there's definitely been something incredibly toxic here. I mean, it's like this, really toxic in the past. And someone is freeing themselves. So Aries, this could be you or the person you're connecting with. I think I've said that a number of times. Sorry to reiterate, but I sort of see your focus more on that you're just cutting weight. You're just cutting everything out, and you are going in a completely new direction. You only seem to want to deal with very select people, and people that are on a similar sort of, you know, I don't know, in a similar mind frame. People that act fairly and compassionately, because everyone else seems to disappoint. Okay, I'm just going to take you some advice for November. Advice for Aries women for November. Oh, crikey, there's the bloody snake again. Shed your old skin. I mean, you're obviously not the snake, but someone has been. Oh goodness, here we go then. My brain's really slow today. You always get there in the end. Cast off the old, reveal your true colours, talents and gifts to the world. In many spiritual traditions, the snake offers powerful medicine. In tantric teachings, it symbolises the kundalini, which is the powerful serpentine energy within that allows you to reach your highest spiritual potential. When the sacred one saw a snake in nature or encountered one in a dream, they knew that there was transformation in the air. For me, the snake card not only represents the shedding of old skin, but moving beyond the limitations caused by carrying the venom of negative thoughts about others or the past. The energy of renewal is washing over your life at this time. It is, if for some reason you feel that your true self hasn't been recognized or you've been misread by others, know this energy is now leaving you. As you've been working through your old stories and all the self-limiting beliefs that you've accumulated along the way, you've been peeling back a shield of skin that has created limiting experiences. Your own personal commitment to growth has been recognised, and now the external world will begin to reflect all of the work that you've been doing within. If you feel someone you love has misunderstood you recently, they will be able to see beyond that if you're willing to recognise your own challenges. This is a time for renewal, abundance and connection. So let yourself be reborn and celebrated. That really does pull it together nicely for me, Aries. There is an enormous amount of release work going on here. It may be you, it may be the person you're connecting with. So it does look like there's some sort of, you know, happy conclusion to stuff here. So where you are feeling, I sort of feel you're, as I say, the koala spirit can be really snippy. You know, you're almost at the point where you expect the worst from people, so you're sort of jumping the gun a wee bit. So you might need to just let things develop naturally, let people, you know, state their case, explain themselves if necessary, without maybe assuming the worst, even if they've let you down horribly in the past. You have to be compassionate and yeah, make sure you're not projecting too much from your past. Aries, that is your reading. Please like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.